Hello, everyone. A very good morning. And most importantly, happy Diwali to all of you. And I'm really amazed by the consistency you are attending these sessions because today is Diwali, and we know that though we call it a festival of lights, but we are super busy, decorating our houses, with everything. But still you are able to find time, so I really acknowledge your presence by folded hands, and you make these sessions possible and interesting. So let's begin. And I'm sure today's topic, many a times people have asked me, sir, how do you choose these topics? But today I would say it's not the topics that I choose, but I believe the topics are choosing me. Because today's topic is very much relatable, and you'll agree with me on this once we begin. So, let me ask you something. When you fail an exam, miss a deadline, or mess up at work, what's the first thing you say to yourself? Now, if you're like most people, it's probably something like, "You're so useless. How could you be so stupid? Or you never get anything right." And now imagine your best friend came to you with the same failure. Would you say those things to them? Of course not. You would probably say, "It's okay. You tried your best. You'll do better next time." Interesting? Right. We have two completely different voices, one harsh for ourselves and one gentle for others. So today, we are diving into something most people get wrong: mental toughness versus mental kindness. And here's a spoiler alert: you don't have to choose one. In fact, you need both. But first, let's understand what they really are. So think of it this way: mental toughness is the armor, but mental kindness is the heartbeat inside the armor. The armor protects you. It helps you face challenges, push through difficulties, keep going when things get hard. And that's mental toughness: your resilience, your discipline, your grit. But here's what most people forget: an armor with no heartbeat inside, that's just an empty shell. It looks strong, but there's nothing alive in there. So, mental kindness is that heartbeat. It's your self compassion, your ability to forgive yourself, your permission to rest and recover. Now, it's what keeps you human while you're strong. The problem? Most of us think we have to choose. Either I'm tough on myself and succeed, or I'm kind to myself and become weak. And that's the biggest myth we need to bust today. So let's start with mental toughness. In India, we worship this concept, don't we? अगर सपने पूरे करने हैं तो मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी. No pain, no gain. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. And yes, mental toughness is absolutely essential. It's what gets you out of bed at 5 a.m. to study for that competitive exams. And it's that when you come for the session at the right time every morning, that's also part of mental toughness. It's what makes you stay disciplined when everyone else is partying. It's what pushes you to try again after the 10th rejection. So, mental toughness looks like a student studying even when exhausted because the exams are coming, a working parent managing job and kids despite being drained, an entrepreneur facing failure after failure but not giving up, anyone pushing through discomfort to reach their goals. This is beautiful. This is necessary. And this is how dreams are achieved. But here's the trap. Somewhere along the way, many of us confused mental toughness with mental cruelty. We started believing that being tough means being harsh, that discipline means self punishment, that if you're not suffering, you're not trying hard enough. And that's where things go terribly wrong. Let me show you what happens when mental toughness becomes mental cruelty. Just imagine a class 12 student scores 85%. Instead of acknowledging their effort, they think, I'm such a failure. Sharma's uncle's son got 95%. I'm useless. They study for 16 hours next day, skip meals, don't sleep. That's not toughness. That's self destruction with a motivational hashtag. Okay, let's take another example. A working professional makes a mistake in presentation. So instead of learning from it, they spend the entire week beating themselves up. I'm incompetent. Everyone thinks I'm stupid. I don't deserve this job. They're so busy punishing themselves that they can't actually improve. Or let's say, more relatable, I would say, someone tries to get fit, misses one workout, thinks, I have no discipline, I'm lazy, I'll never change, and then gives up completely because why bother trying if you're just going to fail again? See the pattern? We're so busy being harsh that we forget to be effective. And here's the truth bomb: a mind that's constantly criticized doesn't perform better. It freezes, it gives up, it burns out. And this is where mental kindness enters, not as a weakness, but as wisdom. So, mental kindness is not about making excuses, it's not about lowering standards or avoiding hard work. Mental kindness is acknowledging that you are human, that you'll make mistakes, that rest isn't laziness. It's required for growth, it's required for recharge, it's required for reboot. And that failure doesn't make you a failure, it makes you someone who tried. So, mental kindness looks like, okay, I didn't do well this time, but I learned something valuable. I'm tired today. I'll rest now and come back stronger tomorrow. And this is difficult, and it's okay to find it difficult. I'm doing it for the very first time. I made a mistake. I'm human. I'll do better next time. So let me give you a real example, where mental kindness is actually more effective than mental harshness. So, two people trying to build a healthy routine. Person one, he's full of mental harshness, misses one workout, thinks I'm worthless, binge eats out of guilt, gives up the whole routine. The other person, who is full of mental kindness, misses one workout again, thinks life happens. I'll go tomorrow, and gets back to track easily. Notice something? The kind mind recovered faster. The harsh mind stayed stuck. So, mental kindness isn't about being soft, it's about being strategic with your own well being. So, here's the real secret: true strength is the integration of both. So, you need mental toughness to set high standards and work towards them. Push through discomfort when necessary. Stay disciplined when motivation fades, or face challenges instead of avoiding them. You need mental kindness to recover from setbacks without falling apart. Maintain your mental health during the journey and learn from failures instead of being destroyed by them, and actually sustain your efforts long term. Think of the best coaches, the best teachers, the best mentors you've known. Were they only harsh or only lenient? No. They pushed you hard and believed in you. They had high expectations and compassion when you struggled. You need to be that person for your own self. Be tough enough to not quit. Be kind enough to not break. The student who says, I'll study for 8 focused hours and then rest well, beats the one who says, I'll study until I collapse every single time because they can sustain it. The professional who says, I made a mistake, I'll fix it and learn from it, grows faster than the one who says, I'm incompetent and spirals into self doubt. And the person who says, I'm doing my best with what I have right now, has more resilience than the person who says, I'm never good enough. So here's your assignment. And I want you to do this before you sleep tonight. Write down a recent mistake or tough moment, something that's been bothering you, maybe a bad grade, a missed opportunity, a conflict with someone, or a goal you didn't reach, or something you said or did that you regret. And now answer this question. If my best friend made this exact mistake, what would I say to them? Write it down. Really think about it. Probably be understanding, encouraging, wise. And now say those exact words to yourself. That's mental kindness in action. Not denial, not excuses, just treating yourself like someone worthy of compassion because you are. And here's what I want you to remember: you're going to live with yourself for your entire life. You're stuck with you. So the question is, are you going to be a cruel roommate or a supportive one? The strongest people aren't the ones who never break down. They are the ones who know how to hold themselves together while breaking down. They are tough and kind. So here's my call to action: stop choosing between toughness and kindness, blend them. Push yourself forward, but don't punish yourself backward. Set high standards, but give yourself grace when you fall short. Be disciplined, but not destructive. And remember, mental toughness is the armor. Mental kindness is the heartbeat inside the armor. You need both to survive. You need both to thrive. And you need both to become the best version of yourself. And always make an effort. As my mentor once said, version 1 is better than version none. So keep trying. We should not be so obsessed with the outcomes that we forget the journey or neglect the journey. So celebrate the journey. With that thought, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you.